Seven of Pentacles, manifesting. What long-term seeds are you planting now so that you can reap from them with the law of attraction? Let's find out. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are reading in the energy of the Seven of Pentacles, and that's the card that I drew to represent the energy of this reading. It's all about taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, and Pentacles are always about manifesting reality. In the mundane, everyday energy of dealing with the present moment as best we can, it can sometimes be difficult to get an overview. The Seven of Pentacles from a manifesting point of view is simply effort versus allowing. It isn't about working harder. It never is. There comes a point in gardening when doing more would be counterproductive. And that's the point that this card represents. When your job is done and you can let go of the outcome and trust that it'll all unfold. It's a general reading, so as always there'll be parts of each reading that are intended as messages for others who are watching, parts that are going to be relevant for you, and parts that tap into the collective energy. And my focus with every reading is on using the law of attraction to manifest positively in our lives. And as usual, I'm going to pick a crystal card for each pile from Crystals the Stone deck, and that'll give you another way to choose a reading. And I'll give you the name of the crystal here and read you the interpretation when we get into each reading. So here I go. Oh, straight away, crystal card for group 1 flipped out, and it's Barite. Crystal card group 2, please. Card for group 2, please. Crystal card for group 2 is Moldavite. I have a crystal card for group. Yep. Crystal card for group 3 is Chrysoprase. Now then, take a nice deep cleansing breath with me and then pick from group 1, Barite, group 2, Moldavite, group 3, Chrysoprase. And once you've made your selection, you go down to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp there. That'll take you directly to the start of that reading. Group 1, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Crystal card is Barite. What it is, Barite is a widely occurring brittle sulfate mineral. It's often transparent or creamy white, sometimes it's icy blue, beautiful and frosty. Desert Rose is a calming variety of Barite. Who needs it? Anyone who leaves for work each morning with the sinking suspicion that their true destiny is anything but this. Where to put it? Taped to your forehead during meditation. When to use it? When it's way past time to stop saying yes to things that you hate. Ask Barite what your true calling is, then go live it. It'll be terrifying, but what's the alternative? And the mantra is get answers to your biggest questions. Starting with the Tarot of the Gnomes to read the energy of where you are right now. Page of Swords. Fanaticism. This is all about something that I took ages to get from Vladim Zeland's books. When you make something too important and you push it away if you're trying to attract it, and you hold it in your energy if you're trying to repel it, ask yourself, what are you making important? And it's also reminding me of the Sedona method and getting to the point that the late great Lester Levinson called becoming hootless, when you don't give a hoot either way. And that's also a part of the reason why the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep is such a good book with good lessons to teach. The law of attraction does not involve papering a happy face over all your challenges. It is choosing your battles wisely, though. And the first question to ask of anything that pops up that feels important is this my battle or is it someone else's? Ace of Swords, force. The more important something is, the more likely it is that we use force or effort, even in meditation and visualization, to will the intention into existence. And that's wasted effort, no matter how you slice it. That bit isn't our job. Now, it isn't our job to pretend to be happy either. You can't fool yourself, and you're the only one that you have to convince. The card is asking us to look at where this effort is being directed. Taking the next best step is a good one. The best one is making the effort to feel better, doing the next thing that would make you feel genuinely, honestly, to the base of your soul, a little better than you did 17 seconds ago. The Empress. All these swords, all this intellect, but the Empress in this deck is about strength which comes from the heart. And you know what I'm going to say. Go general, go heart-based. Flow the creative, nurturing, abundant energy of the Empress out for no other reason than because it feels good now to sit heart-focused and content to be in the moment. Drop the visualizations, drop the meditations that have a purpose, and just try for 5 minutes of heart coherence. Seven of Cups, truth. I love the saying in the guidebook for this one, that there's more truth in the songs of drunkards than in the speeches of the powerful, and it might be activism that you're letting go of, remembering what Vladimir Seelan tells us about pendulums, thought forms that we add energy to, whether we're for or against whatever they represent. That which we resist persists. The more you shove against something, the more power you're giving it. Imagine two crowds of people either side of the room. One side shouts no, the other side shouts yes, and the louder they shout, the more the pendulum swings. And don't overthink this. Is this your direct challenge that you can do something about here and now that has a positive effect? Because if it isn't, then it isn't your pendulum, and the only way to get out of its influence is to ignore it, be hootless, don't give a bleep. Everyday Witch, minis. Why do we need to let all that go? How's it going to benefit us? Magician. Flowing manifestation energy effortlessly, having it all click into place so that you can know it, flow it, and allow it. It's a big choke point in your manifesting, this effort and force that is holding you back. Letting it go is going to be a huge step forward into conscious manifestation. And there's the thing, we see it work a couple of times and then it falters. Instead of doubling down on what works, letting go of the outcome, going general, and making the effort to feel better, we start shaking a fist at the universe and demanding, making a chore of our manifesting techniques, getting serious about them, and making it hard work. It's supposed to be fun, light, playful energy. If you're working at manifesting, if it's important, then, the Seven of Pentacles overview and reevaluation is necessary. The World. When you're striving, then you're not thriving. The end of the effort. Traditionally, this is the reward at the end of effort, but it feels like the reward for stopping, letting go. The successful cessation of striving. It's so nice when it stops hurting, and banging your head off a brick wall gives you a really sore head. You can get here from there. It is possible. You can take leaps forward that allow you to stand in a perfect present moment and intend for positive things to flow in for you. You are very close to being brilliant at this. The Magician has the potential to flow all of the elemental spirits, and traditionally the World is that potential realized. Five of Swords. It isn't about winning at all costs. The collateral damage that comes out of forcing a manifestation, willing it into being, is what can turn a positive manifestation into dust and ashes. That tower moments wipe away to reset the foundations. The universe manifests things in for the highest good of all, win, win all the way. And that's what we disrupt when we effort and force and demand and hold rigidly to how what we intend for will manifest in. Which would you rather be? Happy or right? In the allowing mode, it is possible to have both, but you don't need to be proven right to be happy. You don't need to beat anyone else to be happy. You don't have to shove anyone down to be successful. There are no limits except the ones that we impose ourselves, whether those limits seem to be outside ourselves or not. Ten of Cups. Starting where you are, being completely happy and fulfilled in the moment, no matter how much or how little of your intentions have flowed in right now. The present moment is neutral. It is your starting point. All day long, I've had to be taking breaks from what I was doing to sit and do absolutely nothing but be a parrot perch. I could have reacted to it with frustration. I could have seen it as a barrier to achieving all the things I needed to achieve. Instead, whenever it was necessary, I just sat in the moment and took pleasure from being trusted by a loving soul who simply needed my presence with them in the moment. I did get everything done in plenty of time, and I didn't feel the frustration and anger that forcing my will onto those moments would have caused. And I also have happy parrots, and there's the win-win. And it's completely in the energy of the Ten of Cups, being grateful for the happiness that's here and now and letting go of outcome. Nothing in this card is permanent, but it is all blissfully happy, and it can last moment to moment. Fairy Tarot, where are we going with all of this? Unity. Do the right thing for the right reasons. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Learn the basics to the point where you understand them completely before you start to think outside the box and apply your own interpretations to what you're being taught. I don't know it all, and I've been studying this since the late 1980s. Know enough so that you can put your finger on the weak point in your process and take steps to correct that without blame or frustration. I'm forever getting to the point where I realise that I had things backwards, or I'd slipped into habits that weren't serving me. And it helps to go back to the original teaching that you came into this world with. Go watch the film or reread the first book on the subject that you ever read, or begin to write your process out as if you were sharing it with other people, because that holds a mirror up and lets you see what works and what doesn't really clearly. Nine of Spring. Protect the fruits of your labours. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. The best way to protect what you've already manifested is to stay in that Ten of Cups positive present moment. That message loud and clear. If it's really yours and it can't get taken away, not even by the biggest tower moment that ever hit, firm foundations from the happy things that manifest out of love and gratitude, the things that the universe pops in for us in perfect ways, they are fixed points that it isn't possible to change. If you're affected by the energies of people around you, then set the intention that you won't be. Set the intention that you'll stay in that high, happy energy and respond from there rather than reacting and dragging yourself down. Your work is the Ten of Cups. Everything else is simply taking the next inspired action, doing the things that feel right. The Wheel. Delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck. A new car or travel. Yeah, if you can get yourself in this mindset, get past the effort and the force that you were putting in that may have been counterproductive, then the wheel turns and you see the positive results coming in. Results that feel like magic. The Florence Scovel Shin affirmation. The unexpected happens and my seemingly impossible good now comes to pass. In this deck, with this card, there's a note of research that you may find suddenly that you have new questions to look into, that you may want to go deeper down the rabbit hole, or you might find yourself with a whole new vision board full of intentions as the old ones have fallen away. You may be inspired to think bigger than you did before, and that's perfectly natural. It's never perfect because it's never finished. There's always more to intend for at every level. Once I was a single parent surviving on black coffee and hope. I now own my own home. I still have more to manifest in. Much, much more. Prince of Autumn. Cautious but wise action. Meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. Attention to detail, that's interesting. What little detail in what you're doing right now have you missed? There's a message from the fairies here. It may well have something to do with planning and mapping the route out ahead. Yeah, you do need to take inspired action, 1 foot in front of the other, slow and steady. But understand where you want to end up at the end of that plan. Setting stretch goals now for when what you intend for is going to manifest in and you get the, well, now what? Slump. Putting other people first equal with yourself. Loving your neighbour as yourself because we are all one. Unity. And what you intend for yourself benefits everyone. Imagine everyone around you getting everything they intend for. Blast them with it. Picture them being over the moon. Angels of Abundance card. Windfall of Abundance. Wow. This card's been coming up a lot recently when I use this deck. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health and charitable work. Lovely Christmas vibes about this card too. There's that childlike, playful, happy energy that's the kid at Christmas that I bang on about. The energy of Christmas Eve, when you know tomorrow's going to be magical, and it is, but today is just as good right here, right now. Group 1, if you like the reading, please smash the like button, which is the best support that you could possibly give me, so thank you. And while you're here, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so that YouTube will send you a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 2 now, so sending all my healing love and blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 2, hello. Welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. And your card is Moldavite. I love Moldavite. I wear it all the time. That's a Moldavite ring. Moldavite. What it is, Moldavite is a glassy, pale to dark green tektite formed by a meteorite impact around 15 million years ago in what is now Germany. It's trippy AF and it's expensive. Who needs it? Spiritual seekers, extraterrestrials trapped in human bodies, ayahuasca enthusiasts, Aquarians. Where to put it? In the middle of your forehead during meditation, altars, alien landing sites. When to use it? When you feel too grounded or disconnected from spirit. Moldavite is all about operating at a higher frequency. When you're looking for more wow and whoa in your life, on the meditation cushion and beyond, explode your perceptions with Moldavite. Transform your life on earth. Just a note of caution, Moldavite is a high energy stone and not everybody can get on with it. Starting with the Tower of the Gnomes to read the energy of where you are right now. 5 of Wands, growth. The little snippet for this card is never underestimate every little problem. And I feel that's what you're doing. Every little problem is biting away at you and you're zooming in on them and they're multiplying like a swarm of biting midges. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, and you're neatly flowing it into the little things that niggle. You're all geared up to swat the problems as they pop up, and actually feeling quite accomplished that you're doing it. But the energy that you're in is creating more problems to squash. Keep you feeling that way. Nine of Swords. Jewel. 2 fight, 1 wins. No one fights, everyone wins. Creation, not competition. The more you fight, the more you stay in the energy of competition, the more upstream the energy gets. Nothing that you want, intend for, desire is upstream. The traditional meaning of this card is being trapped when there's a simple way out. And here, that seems to be shifting your energy and focus away from those niggles towards doing something creatively constructive. Focus away from it all. Reach for a better feeling thought. And if there is that one person all up in your face, then you could try blasting them with love mentally, beaming out the wish that they get everything they want and that they be totally and completely fulfilled. Three of Swords. Charity. Give those in need what they truly need. I'm reading that you're doing too much for other people and not being constructively selfish. That there are things that you need for your well-being, needs that you have that are not being met. As I say, when the Queen of Cups turns up in this energy, you can't nurture from an empty cup. Boundaries need to be set here so that some of these niggles that you fly swat on a daily basis can get in the sea permanently. I know that may well be hitting a sore spot with you, that you have to do what you have to do, and I get that. You are where you are, and that's okay. Reach for the better feeling thought. That's the best start in any situation. Page of Pentacles. Loan. This may be financial, but it doesn't read that way for most of you in this group. This is not about not trying to go it alone, not trying to do this whole thing as you and all of your responsibilities against the world. Life flows much more easily when it's you and the universe filling your cup, so that you can flow it out to everyone around you. And listen, you're not standing shaking a fist at a distant and uncaring deity and not being answered. That's not how this works. You don't have to pay back the good you get by experiencing more crud either. You're a part of the universe. Like a drop of water is a part of the ocean. You are asking yourself, if a cell in your body signaled that it needed water, would you grudge taking a drink? No, neither does the universe when you ask. Everyday Witch Tarot. Why do we need to let all that go? How's it going to benefit us? Queen of Wands. Your energy here, in full flow. The creative, go-getter, entrepreneur, divine feminine fire energy with passion and enthusiasm, zest for life. This is one of my favourite Queen of Wands. I tend to notice this card index as it's one of my signifiers. She hasn't slain her dragon. She's riding on it. How's that for a win-win outcome to that duel? The dragon couldn't beat her because she wasn't resisting. There was nothing to fight, so it joined her, and now they're working together. Don't be afraid to step into your power. It won't multiply those niggles. It'll step you up out of them. Knight of Pentacles. Steady progress that's pretty much unstoppable once it gets going. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of the knights. They've got a plan, they've got a direction, and they're heading towards success, one step at a time. With the passion and enthusiasm that you got in that Queen of Wands energy, you don't mind that the first steps are still slow and steady and dealing with mundane things, because you've got a direction and intention to head towards. It is setting an intention and then starting to take inspired baby steps towards it, so that you do have the faith and the trust that you can get there from where you are. Wheel of Fortune. Things are on the up. Instead of being on a treadmill cycle of never-ending problems to whack-a-mole as they pop up, now you're lifting up towards better times, a flowing in of luck, good fortune, because what goes around comes around, and you've stayed in integrity through all that contrast. You've put out positive energy, positive intentions, and you're getting that back. Make the effort to feel better in whatever form that takes for you. Do the self-care things that help you stay optimistic, and then you can ride this wave of good fortune up. Meditation and visualization are a good idea in this energy. It's opportunities opening up, and it might feel a little out of control at first, but you've got that solid Knight of Pentacles energy under your feet, so you'll be fine. Page of Cups. Creative inspiration, new opportunities backing up the Wheel of Fortune, and the creativity mentioned with the Queen of Wands there. Expressing your creative energy is a huge key to how you move forward here. The cards are telling me that the universe is completely supporting you in exploring and expressing that side of you, and that this is where your luck is hitting smack into your creative expression. Keep an open mind, a beginner's mind. Be open to the possibility. Ideas are gifts from the universe, creative ideas that you can flow with that then spark off and produce more ideas. That's lifting you on all sides. Don't be afraid to learn any skills that you need to learn here, going back to basics and getting a grounding from a new perspective. One of the reasons that you've struggled creatively in the past is that their foundation. Knight of Pentacles, information missing. You can fill in the gaps in your knowledge. Fairy Tarot. Where are we going with all of this? And is there anything here I've missed? The Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. There is nothing you can't accomplish. Once your energy is freed from the niggly-midgy problems that really aren't as big as they felt when they were biting you, then you get this. The keys to manifesting back in your own hands. They always were. You just weren't able to devote your energy to using them. This is the universe responding as you raise your baton and start to conduct. Resources, people, stuff plopping in because you know what you have and you know what you need in order to get to where you intend to be. The guidebook for this card says directly that this indicates that you've got the skill and the creative talents that you can rely on. But not to forget that the universe also plops people in for us that have answers that we need. So don't hesitate to ask questions of people around you. And remember that the Page of Cups did indicate learning. King of Summer. A romantic partner that you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour. Well, apparently this ask for help and take advice was an important message that I didn't underline enough. So here it is again. You can trust the loving, intuitive, heart-based advice that you're being offered, and you'll gain valuable insights from it. This king is one of the most loving and nurturing versions of this card in any deck I know. So if they're coming in as a romantic interest for you, then you can be sure that they're going to parent you in a very positive way. Nothing infantilizing or disempowering about it. They're a protector, and they will protect and nurture and care. They're a little older than you, and they've been through crud too. They get it. Seven of Spring. What did I say about setting boundaries? Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. It's really important. It's also really important to stay silent on your intentions. Don't share what you're doing with anyone, especially anyone who doesn't get law of attraction and manifesting. Don't let anyone talk you out of your positive beliefs or make you feel that you can't get to where you intend to be. Flow your passion, your enthusiasm. Follow your bliss and trust your intuition. You know if something is right for you. You just know. And being persuaded otherwise is a waste of time and effort that's back in the energy that the Tarot of the Gnomes was picking up on. Release. This is entirely positive as the outcome here. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. You're closing out this energy up here completely. You've stepped up from it. You've learned all you can learn there, and you can release it now. The changes that are starting to come in are things that you've anticipated or intended for, and now is the unexpected happening and your seemingly impossible good coming to pass. That's Florence Scovel Shinn affirmation that keeps popping in. It's a transformation, the butterfly emerging, the phoenix rising, newfound freedom. You can learn from your past and move forward from the present moment. Or you can stay in the energy of the past and create your present from that. It's your choice. It's always your choice. But here, I hope you choose the freedom. Let go of what needs to be let go of. Release it and move forward. Angels of Abundance card. Cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. This is where we came in. This is one of the first energies. You know, I say creation, not competition, because that feels better than trying to cooperate with people who might not be open to being cooperated with or might not be in their integrity. It's about leaving no resistance either way, not forcing my will on the outcome. Once you're flowing the creation, then you can flow it in creative, cooperative partnerships. Either way, the message is that there's no need to fight, because there's more than enough to go around when we create. We're not taking anything from anyone in order to flow our abundance in, and no one is taking anything from us to flow theirs in. And this is the win-win I go on about, perfectly explained. Group 2, if you enjoyed the reading, please hit the like button and comment below with what resonated for you. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to Group 3 now, so until next time, love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 3, hello, welcome to your reading. It's a general reading, so as always, take what resonates for you and just let the rest be. And your crystal card is Chrysoprase. What it is, hypnotic green chrysoprase is a rare stone with a heavy helping of nickel, hence its mesmerizing verdant hue. Who needs it? Explorers searching for the fountain of youth, where to put it. Squeeze chrysoprase against your heart and tell your inner child how much you love them, then cry forever. When to use it? When it's time to forgive that person who hurt you most, your parents, and most of all yourself. You are not a doormat, you are an evolved being. When you feel like giving up on love, Chrysoprase gives you the green light to keep going. And the mantra is grow from your heart out. Starting with the Tarot of the Gnomes to read the energy of where you are right now. 5 of Pentacles. Failure is the title in this deck. Something's gone wrong. Something felt like a huge bolt out of the blue, and that was rock bottom. It's over and done with and gone by the fallout. Don't get stuck in that past energy and sit in the energy of the lack of whatever you lost. Don't fail to see that there is help and support being offered right here, right now. The 5 of Pentacles always flags up lingering lack in the energy. You are where you are and it's okay. You've faced it, you've come through it. Now you can start working on building yourself back up. 2 of Wands fervor. You need your mojo back. The passion and enthusiasm that you used to feel before your get up and go got up and went. The high vibrational response to contrast, like you went through there, is oh good, more to intend for. And when you pick over what you've got left, you've got the clarity to set new intentions. You're not ready to make a move yet, but you're planning here, putting things together, getting your ducks in a row. Self-care is important. That was a massively stressful thing to have happen to you, no matter how well you've coped. And I feel that you have coped well. Cards are still telling me that the worst is over. You've already dealt with it. That was the final challenge from that direction. King of Cups family. Fundamental and important things are gathered close to your heart, safe and protected, and they cannot be touched because you're in love and gratitude for them. Certain things that you hold sacred to, they've not been touched, and you needn't fear or worry about them. The King of Cups is the mastery of the emotions. Emotions as your internal guidance system. Abraham Hicks tells us that what we perceive as negative emotions are simply us being out of alignment with what we're intending for. The need to allow other people to be where they are and not let them affect our energies. Making heart-based choices that keep you steering straight towards the new intentions that you've set. The World, completion, the end of a cycle, closure, achievement, accomplishment. You know that you've succeeded far harder than you ever failed, and you never actually failed. You can't get it wrong because it's not done, it's not finished. No failure is total or permanent, even if you want to tell me about half a dozen that felt that way right now. All of them leave marks, but it's how we respond to them that brings us this ultimate success that can only come out of falling down and getting up again, over and over again. A lot of law of attraction stories include the rocky bit where it looks like it's all gone pear-shaped, and then it all works out, as long as we hold firm and focus on what we want rather than complain about what we don't want. Everyday Witch Tarot. Why do we need to let all of that go? How's that going to benefit us? The Devil, the illusion of being powerless, trapped, letting circumstances control your energy, reacting rather than responding, going back into old habits of thought and behavior that aren't in your own best interests, trying to force a manifestation, power through from the energy of frustration, even though the outcome might not be for your highest good. You are where you are, and it's okay. From here, you can shine a light on the negative patterns and brain loops. Get out ahead of the brain farts. Hey, we all have them. Work out which of your escapes and attachments are healthy and which aren't serving you. King of Wands, the master of creative, passionate fire energy, who knows that in order to create to the maximum, they need a team. Directing people towards a common goal in a win-win situation, leading your life with the eye on the bigger picture, your overall plan. The one word that goes on your vision board first, that's the overall energy. Mine is happy. Being able to delegate and not try to micromanage your way to doing all the work. This is opportunity knocking, and you do have everything you need to take that and run with it. Emperor, breadwinner energy. The planning and team management of the King of Wands stepped up to the next level. The King of Cups, family-centered, protective, paternal, loving energy too. Divine masculine, any gender can flow it in its most pure form. Here is stability and security, a solid foundation under you. So the failure of the Five of Pentacles has not wiped everything away, and you've stepped up from it. Here there is a structure, a framework, rules to be followed. It isn't inflexible, but it is what's going to pull you out of the devil energy as you lay down guidelines and set boundaries. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you know what you should do instinctively, but until that point, you're following a set plan so you don't derail yourself again. Eight of Wands, the end of delays, the end of frustration, the beginning of positive momentum. Go with the flow and don't resist or try to force anything to happen the way you think it ought to. The how is not your job. The what is your job. Eyes on the prize. Move in the eye of the storm because you are loved and protected. Focus is very important here. The faster things move, the more dangerous squirrel energy is. Don't get sidetracked. This momentum is going to take you a good long way, and you want it to be towards your big asks, the intentions that you've set and forgotten deliberately. Yeah, breathe, center yourself, choose to feel better moment by moment, and this is not the time to hold things back. Fairy Tarot, where are we going with all of this? Is there anything that I've missed? High Priestess, yeah, I missed that in the King of Cups. Trusting your intuitions, careful reflection before taking actions, insight that comes through meditation. It's balancing divine feminine energy to let us know that in heart-focused energy, our intuition is going to be doing a great job of being the nudge unit. A gentle shove here, a whisper there, your name being spoken in a crowd with a message. Intuition is the herald of synchronicity. Today, I was nudged to go and stand at a particular window so that I could see the little gold crest flitting about inside my aviary. It wasn't trapped, it fits through the mesh. None of my birds were out there. There was nothing I needed to do about it. It was a perfect moment, a little gift for me, and that's the things that keep our vibrations high. Your spiritual gifts are real, and you can rely on them. The secret is that there is no secret. Two of Spring, Two of Wands again, this time with positive aspects in focus. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Where you are right now is a good start, a very good start. You have the plan and you can take chances again that you can feel intuitively that it is safe to do, because you're no longer in that energy of being trapped because of fear of failure that came out of the lack in your energy. Again, here there's a team, a partnership, working with other people who share your passion and enthusiasm for the task at hand. The hard work, the effort that's being put in it is the effort to feel better, as it always is. When you're doing something that you love to do, then it isn't effort. The work is its own reward. Awakening, paradigm shift. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. An epiphany, a paradigm shift, as I said. Seeing past challenges in a completely different way because your energy shifted. Things that have been stuck or stale are able to move. A new balance, embracing your weirdness and being absolutely fine with it. Being able to give again, too, with the balance of being able to keep within your boundaries and not overgeared. Paying it forward, loving attention and time and energy. This new insight is letting you see beyond the normal and the obvious and giving you some really, really good clarity that's setting you up for future success. Prince of Summer, you let this go. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Yeah, there was an intention for a relationship. You let it go. It went out of your head. And now, bang, here's a relationship. You can stay grounded. You've learned from past mistakes. You're in a much better place to take this on. Okay, so the Knight of Cups in this deck may not feel reliable. They've got some maturing to do. But if you stick with them, remember that this Knight matures into the King of Summer, the King of Cups. That energy that's already a part of your own experience. So that's what's being mirrored back to you from this romantic interest. I think it needs to be you that stays grounded and sensible because they want to jump in with both feet. Steady does it. Angels of Abundance card. Bountiful nature. Here's how to get that last of that lack out of your energy. Yep. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and remind you of God, the universe, higher self, whatever you want to call it, infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. That's tapping in, tuning in, turning on to the abundance that's the natural order of things. Even watching a good, positively focused nature documentary or doing a meditation set in beautiful natural surroundings like some of the Honest Guys ones are. Even fantasy settings for a complete escape. Remember that abundance in nature is never wasted. Greed is also fear energy that comes out of lack. The opposite of lack is plenty, more than enough, generous abundance. Group 3, if you enjoyed the reading, please give it a like and comment below with what resonated for you. And if you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel so that you'll get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And that's it for me for this timeless reading. Until next time, love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now.